SG1 live from Katy International Sports Complex. Thanks to all of you that are joining us on this surprise return, by the way, of SG1 Live. We're here on this live stream on, I believe, on Facebook, also on the YouTube. I don't know if we can get on the little bird that's now X as the wind continues to blow. So there we are, apparently. I'm Alex Parra. It's always great to be with you. We haven't done this in a while. I don't even remember the lady's name to my left today. Do you remember who I am?
I don't. It's been
too long. It's been a year,
time.
Norma. Look how much you've aged. We were showing the B-roll from a few years ago. Before we go any further, and hopefully you can see our shot here. I look like I'm off a little bit. I'm producing already. I'm Alex Parra. Beside me, the one and only, the talented. I used to say young and beautiful. Norma Morales is with me. Norma, how are you? Good afternoon. Happy, we're in between holidays. I'm getting ready for the turkey and other things. How are you?
I'm doing great, Alex. I mean, the weather's great. We can't.
It's a little warm now.
This. I mean, compared to, we don't ever know. Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be rainy? It's going to be
the wind's blowing everything. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
We have wind issues. We have camera issues. We have all kinds of issues. Oh, actually, just so you know, we are here at Katy International Sports Complex, and we're actually here because the Houston Dynamo FC Dash professional teams have partnered with Katy International to bring a holiday camp here. And maybe we'll roll some of that B-roll. We're going to have several guests with us if the wind doesn't destroy our set. Literally, you can see behind us what's happening. So we're going to have to move that here shortly. But we also have very special guests, including Norma, Belle Breedy, who will be with us, Houston Dash player. We're also going to have Cam Alonso, who's a representative of the youth programs for Dynamo Dash. And also, one of our very own, the one and only, Laura Gomez will be talking to us a little bit later. But Norma, let's catch up a little bit. The camp getting started yesterday on Sunday. It'll be running for 4 days, ending on Wednesday, right before the big Turkey Day.
Yes.
So
Your favorite day?
I eat every day, Norma. Maybe I shouldn't, especially at my age, but that's reality. So, but Norma, let's talk a little bit, first of all, about, we haven't done this in a while. We want to make sure that all of you that hopefully are watching us, and we didn't really advertise this, so it's our secret program, our secret stream, can interact, right, Norma? People can ask us questions, can send us comments, can insult you.
And we're currently streaming live.
We hope.
We're home. Facebook, YouTube, X.
For the most part. No Twitch? No Twitch?
No Twitch. No Twitch.
No Twitching today.
Just,
anyway,
yeah.
Norma, how are things in general? We're getting ready for the holidays. It's still 138 degrees here in Houston. It doesn't seem like a holiday yet to me, Norma. It's too hot. I like the cooler weather.
Well, you know, it is supposed to get cooler, is what I see in the weather for Thanksgiving. Just give it some time. Hopefully the cooler weather comes our way. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really seem like the holidays, but again, time goes by fast. But it's here.
Are you ready? Are you cooking? Do you cook?
Do I cook?
I know you eat. But do you cook, Norma? Why is everyone shaking their heads?
No. I am not cooking this year.
No?
I'm going to my family's house.
Yeah.
They'll be cooking, but I will be enjoying the
Did you vote, Norma? We might as well get to the sensitive stuff. Did you vote?
Yes. Did
okay,
you vote?
Good. I did vote, Norma.
Good for you. Hopefully everybody else did. And
we're not going to get into who won, who didn't win.
It is what it is, but yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Maybe that gives you an idea of Norma's political stance. So politics aside, Norma, I know that we're very excited about what's going on actually behind us, and we may be able to get a shot of Belle Breedy, one of the players for the Houston Dash, who is actually right now, I think, having a Q&A. Maybe we'll be able to zoom in and take a look at that, and know that she's talking to the campers that are out here.
Right.
This is a great moment of interaction, Norma. I love this when a professional player gives of her time, of his time to be out here and interact with kids. I remember back in my days, the awe I had at professional players. Back in your days, did they play the sport?
They did. I mean, it's a great opportunity for these kids, Alex. I mean, being able to firsthand talk to the player themselves to know exactly what they go through, how they got to where they're at, you know, and inspire them, you know, and that one day, hopefully, that they'll be able to also become a professional player as well.
You know, and the questions are always, hey, where did you grow up? Hey, how did you become a professional? Hey, How much money do you make?
That's usually that's usually
yeah.
the top question. Yes.
The kids are smart. If they find out there's no money in this, I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to go be Elon Musk. He's a billionaire. That's what I want to do, right, Norma? So there's Belle Breedy. This is live here at Katy International. Katy International partnering with the Houston Dynamo FC and Dash professional teams and their youth programs. We'll talk to Cameron Alonso a little bit later about the purpose of the camps, the interaction with the community, Norma, and that's a big part of this, interaction with the community. Norma, obviously we run SG1 Soccer Club based out of Katy. We've been blessed to be here now 13 years, if you can believe it. Again, you were 6 foot tall and blonde when this all started, and things have changed.
And very thin and very young, yes. It's changed. I mean, soccer overall has changed. The whole, dynamics of it.
We talk about this all the time.
We talk about this all the time from when, we first started till now, and soccer's just been a sport to where a lot of kids are more getting into, I would say, and not only just at the club level, but their eyes are more on the prize of, hey, one day they do want to be a professional player or go into a pro league or next level of being a college athlete.
I think that you used a good term there, which is the next level.
Right.
Norma, at SG1 we talk about, like most clubs, player development, and that means different things to different people, and I'm honest with you. Not everyone's going to get to the level of being Belle Breedy. Yeah. Not everyone's going to get to the level of playing on the U.S. or another national team. That's the 1%. Those are realistic numbers. Those are the truths. Now, it doesn't mean being part of a club like SG1 can be a great experience relative to you learning and growing and getting over disappointment like losing. You also, Norma, having great friends around you. That's part of all this. I think especially at the youth level, to me, Norma, and I don't know if you agree, this shouldn't be a job. This should still be F-U-N, fun.
Yeah. And, that's funny that's funny. But, I hear past, and we've talked to a lot of professional players, and a lot of them said, their mindset at the beginning used to be, they want to play, but it was for at least the money. It wasn't for fun.
Sure.
But once they transitioned their mindset to make it fun, they actually wind up doing better and having more opportunities because they didn't see it as a job. They saw it more for fun.
Sure.
And, and I hear a lot of them say that to the kids, like, you got to enjoy it. It's just like our careers now. You got to enjoy what you do in your job or whatever you do. And if you don't, you're not. It's like...
I think you are shortchanging yourself if you don't enjoy it. Right. And we're very blessed, Norma. I don't know if you enjoy being this close to me.
I don't know if really I'm having fun yet.
I think the little pills that you took this morning are making you happy.
But I'm trying to get there. I manifest. Please let me have fun today. Please let me.
Please let me have fun. Please let the wind stop blowing our set away. So anyway, we're live here at Katy International Sports Complex. If any of you have questions or comments, we are live. Norma, you'll be watching. Any shout outs, anybody that actually is following us?
Yep.
Nobody cares. That happens.
No, we have people watching. Yeah, this is a great opportunity. If you've got questions.
Who's watching? Give me a name.
You want some names?
Yeah. Other than your mother and my mother, who else is watching?
Hold on. Well, it was on there. But
okay, they left. They left. It's like, oh, I don't want them to catch me. How does that work, Norma? So if I watch a stream, they can tell that I'm watching the stream?
Yeah, it'll pop up like so-and-so joined or whatever, and you can see the names.
So there you go. I have no clue or idea what's happening, but it is a bright, sunny day here as we get ready for Thanksgiving. Before you know it, Norma, Christmas is right around the corner, end of the year. So it's all coming really quick. And again, we're seeing behind us the kids, and I don't know if we can zoom in a little bit, but I think they're about to do what we love, which is the autograph session. Norma, do you have a priced autograph? Like, did you meet Elvis and Albert Einstein back in your day? No?
No, I've met quite a few people. I mean,
whose autograph would you get? No, I asked first.
Are we looking for in regards to sports or
anything? It gives me an idea of who maybe you follow.
Okay.
Whose autograph do you have? Do you have Selena's autograph? Did you ever meet Selena?
No. Okay. No, never personally. No, I've never met.
Beady Beady Bum Bum.
No.
No beaties.
I met Bruno Mars personally. Yes.
And you look down on him.
He's well. If people know who I am, I'm not very tall. He's almost the same height as me, just
but
maybe an inch or two.
He is an entertainer, Norma.
He is, yeah. I saw him way back when. Probably right when he first started, and nobody really knew who he was. He was actually here in Houston.
He was Bruno Jupiter at the time.
Yeah. He played at the Warehouse.
Warehouse Live?
Warehouse Live, right by the stadium, by the Dynamo Stadium.
By Shell Energy.
Yeah, by Shell Energy. So saw him there and met his dad, his whole band, everything. Got pictures. So that was one of my highlights of my life. Yeah.
No other autographs, Norma?
Who else?
I'm gonna go get Belle Breedy's autograph here soon.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna ask her. See if she'll sign my shirt. She doesn't want to get near me.
What's one of the?
I don't have any autographs.
No, you've gotten autographs. Like
maybe of some soccer players back when I was a kid.
No, like professional sports or singers or.
No.
No.
No, really, I don't have any autographs.
Wow.
Autographs are worth money, apparently.
Yeah, but nothing.
What's that show in Las Vegas where they go over there and the pawn thing?
Oh.
Pawnbrokers, or you sell them stuff?
Yes, I know what you're talking. I can't think of that show.
But anyway, so why are these people talking about autographs? Because you can see behind us, and we'll see if we can work a little bit on our shot with Belle Breedy, a Houston Dash player who'll be with us. But you know what, Norma? Before that, we're going to have Laura Gomez come join us here shortly and talk a little bit about what we're doing as SG1, the growth in the sport, the club level, and everything else that's out there. Laura is a seasoned journalist who's been covering soccer for many, many years.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to having her join us here shortly. So that'll be our next guest. A little bit later, we'll also have Cam Alonso. And we want your questions, friends. Any questions or comments talking about today, what we're doing, maybe about SG1. But that is such a great moment right there, Norma. The player interacting and signing and having that one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's the little boy there, he's probably as tall as Bruno Mars. But Norma, it's that moment, right, of interaction that someone may never forget.
Yeah, and just having that memorabilia and also pictures. I mean, you reflect and say, hey, I remember one time I met whoever.
Bruno.
And in this case, Belle. It's just memories, and I think it's just great encouragement for these kids as well. So.
It is. So we appreciate her taking her time and being out here at
Definitely.
Katy International, where we are partnering also as SG1 with Katy International. This is one of our training facilities. And it's something that talks about the development, the growth, not only of our club, SG1, but also of soccer in general. So we're actually about to have Laura Gomez join us here on set, and we'll be able to talk a little bit about, number one, the wind and the sun and the rain, and then maybe we'll talk a little bit about how the sport continues to develop in our city, in our community. So yeah, without any more hesitation, Norma, why don't we give a big shout out and welcome to Laura Gomez. First of all, Laura, good afternoon, morning, day, whatever this is. How are you, Laura?
It's hot, guys. It's hot, it's windy, and it's everything going on at once, but we're here.
Well, give us a report, because you've been on the field. We see activity behind us with the signing of autographs from Belle Breedy.
Yes.
We have the Dynamo youth programs out here doing a camp. Give us your take on what's going on.
I mean, I think it's wonderful, honestly, to see the kids so excited about a player being out here and getting to know the player and just having, even if it's like a 2-second conversation. I just heard her ask one of the kids about their water bottle because it had like Star Wars on it. So it's nice to see that kind of interaction. It's like, oh, that's one of my favorite movies, and they get excited and their face kind of lights up. So I think that community outreach is a must, especially for local teams, and knowing that the teams, are having some troubles getting fans out there. So I think it's good to kind of make the little ones really excited, because they're the ones that are going to make the parents really go out there and, go see the both teams, the Dynamo and the Dash.
So thank you, Laura, for being here. And I wanted to actually address a couple of questions with you. I guess the first question is, how do you see the professional teams interacting with the community? Laura, I know that events like today's, and it's not only going on this week in Katy at Katy International, but throughout the community, I think this is something that every professional team should be doing. Laura, I think this brings eyeballs. This brings people to the stadium. Just in general terms, growing their brand in our community. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's like I mentioned, I think that it's important to have those kind of grassroots movement, especially with kids, because toys aren't made famous just because they're famous. It's because the kids make the parents, go out there and look for those games. So I think that kind of mentality also applies to kids, making their parents, in a sort of sense, taking them to these games and buying the merch and wanting to play soccer and just being more active. So I think it's important. I think that it's a must. I think that it's something that is very smart, I think, of these both teams locally, because it also brings them the attention to say, hey, do I want to be a professional player? How do I get to meet them? Let me go out there when there's another meet and greet. Like, how do I make SG1 bring them back? I want another camp. Like, who else is going to come out here and sign my shirt that's been signed by 2 different players? Because earlier in the season, we had another professional player out here from the Dynamo. So I think that's also Gabe Siegel. So I think it's an opportunity to have these kids really interact and not just see these players on, the TV or on their phone, but actually get to know that they're a real person and ask them, silly questions or really smart questions. Back there, one of the kids was like, hey, have you played FIFA? And she's like, yeah, I played with myself, and I scored as, like, my avatar. So it's something that's cute, and I think it's something that's sweet. I think it's something that really brings, like, those kind of dreams to the kids, too. Right. So I think it's something that it needs to be, fed more and make it grow.
Before I have Norma interact with you, and you can see with us is Laura Gomez. Laura, do you have autographs? I was asking Norma about her favorite autographs in her lifetime. Do you have any that means something to you?
Actually, it comes from my mom. My mom has been made to love soccer because my dad played semi-professional.
Forced.
My brother played. I played. My brother could have gone pro, but he decided to, I don't know, be an engineer. I don't know. But that's up to him. That's up to him. That would have been my choice. Yeah. But the point is that my mom was on the airplane. We're from Colombia. She was on the airplane
I'm
back.
sorry about that, by the way.
You're jealous. Look, she was on the airplane back to the U.S. and Pacho Maturana, which is a very well-known, soccer symbol.
Sure.
She got into first class and sat by him. And she's like, my mom, which is a very polite, very proper lady. So it amazed me.
So unlike you.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Basically. So she took a selfie with him and she made him sign a napkin, and it was the most cutest, hilarious thing. And my mom's like, I don't know how to take selfies. I don't know what happened, but she was like just smiling and took a picture with him, and she brought over the signature to me.
That's great.
And the selfie. So we were just amazed, and I think that's one of the ones that really mean a lot to me, just because. And I didn't get it, but it was just because her knowing that we love that, you know, and she just made it for us to kind of like, wow. You know?
I love that story.
Nice.
Norma, any questions for Laura? I know she is also part of our team here at SG1, and you are all working very hard for not only coverage of events like this, but we know we need to have a presence in social media.
Yeah, no, for sure. And just to let the community know, right, Laura, that we always talk about, like, what other things can we do so that to have families, not only just SG1 families, but overall, and that's what we talk about, community. It's not just about SG1, it's the soccer community overall. How can we all come together to enjoy soccer?
We should be enjoying it, I hope, right?
We go back to fun, right? We go back to fun. And that's what we were talking about a lot earlier is, like, soccer, it's not just a job. It's just in order to enjoy it, especially the kids, if they want to become a professional or...
¿Cómo has visto nuestra comunidad relativo a los equipos profesionales? Sabemos que los equipos han pasado por buenos y malos momentos. El Dash nunca ha ganado un título de la liga. El Houston Dynamo lo ha hecho en 2 ocasiones, pero eso ya fue hace muchos años. En general, relativo a la comunidad, ¿crees que el acercamiento en eventos como estos es importante? Lo dijimos en español, creo que es algo clave.
Sí, yo creo que es algo, clave. Yo creo que es algo muy importante saber que el equipo, los equipos profesionales están interesados en poder llegar a la niñez, que es el futuro del fútbol. Entonces yo creo que es algo que pueden fomentar y es algo esencial. Si no lo hacen, están perdiendo también de pronto jugadores futuros. Entonces para mí no solamente algo que es clave, es algo que es necesario para que ocurra. No solamente para la sobrevivencia del equipo, pero para la cultura del equipo y para lo que se puede venir para la ciudad, porque sabemos que ya el mundial viene 2 años y medio ya casi, entonces yo creo que ahorita es el momento donde va a estar muy enfocado en nuestra ciudad.
And you hear it there. We're going to kind of close with that, Laura. We are literally less than 2 years away, Norma, from the World Cup. The World Cup coming not only to the United States, Mexico, and Canada, but coming to Houston. Laura, what does the World Cup mean to our community in terms of not only the focus on the sport, selling out stadiums, of course, or NRG in this case? Teams may also be using Houston as a training grounds. The expansion of more teams, of course, so the World Cup, the event growing. This really is a pivotal moment for the sport in our city.
I honestly think that it's very important, and it's I've been blessed to be at World Cups, and I think that it's not only a huge thing for the economy, but it's also again for the culture. And a lot of people might say, well, soccer is king of the world, but it's not king of the U.S. But when you go out there and you see all these fields, especially in Texas, all these fields, yeah, you see some baseball, you see some football, sure, American football, but soccer for me is the one that I see children most, and I think it's been one of the most fomented also for women, talking for women professional sports, because of it perhaps being one coming back, because there used to be a professional women's baseball team, softball team, but I think that it's also an outlet.
With Madonna? Is that professional team?
No, not that one, but something similar to that.
Tom Hanks with the coach?
So I think that it's essential also for women's sport, because it's one of the ones that it's been more supported, and I think it's an outlet for women that want to play sports. So I think it's something that has done history in itself. So soccer for me is essential. Whether you like it or not, you have to realize that it's here to stay.
Laura, we're looking, and Norma, we're looking right now live here in Katy International Sports Complex. We just had a shot of Belle Breedy, one of the Dash players, signing autographs. You can see the kids now taking pictures. These moments really mean a lot. I mean, they're organizing.
Precious, right?
Queso.
This moment.
Sticky cheese. What's your favorite cheese?
It made me hungry.
They're running away. This always happens. Let's take another one. The camera didn't work. Oh, that's really cool. That's a really, really cool moment. Laura, before we let you go, what are you thinking as far as let's talk about the Dash organization. It's a team that's in transition, a team that's also looking for a new general manager, a new coach. We found out recently that Fran Alonso is now in Europe, the former coach. That was a bit of a surprise to me. Yeah. There'd been literally no communication about his situation. But let's talk about the Dash in Houston, professional team, NWSL. You talked about women's sports. This is one way to get behind women's soccer.
Not to go into more further details and go into analysis of what happened to the team in the, last season or the prior seasons or management, things like that. I just think that whether the team loses or wins, I think it's a really good ambience for families. I think the food's delicious. The stadium is beautiful, especially when there's good weather. When it's hot, it's not that fun, but they have like cooling stations. So I think it's a fun adventure. It's a fun core memory perhaps for these kids that love soccer, whether it's a boy or whether it's a girl. I think it's important, again, whether they win or lose, if you don't want to, take it as like, let's support this team because they're doing really well statistically, but let's support the team because it's women's sports and it's a fun activity. It's not that costly. They always have sales. They have theme nights. They give away shirts. They give away bubbleheads, yada, yada, yada. So I think it's important to just go and have fun. If you have nothing else to do and you want to go out there and watch, the team, I think it also shows support to women's sport in general. So I think you can see it that way instead of saying, oh, they're not winning, they're not doing so well. Yeah, that perhaps is the truth, but I think that you have to see it beyond that as well.
I agree. Laura, it's always great to be with you or have you with us in this case. I know we're also keeping up with Laura's work through Soccer Texas and also Deportes Nation. But Laura, you're amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. So there's Laura Gomez here as we go back to our set at Katy International Complex. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, some more special guests as we talk about the Katy International Sports Complex and the Houston Dynamo FC and Dash Holiday Camp. Stay with us. We'll be right back with much more here on SG1 Live. Live, SG1 live from Katy International Sports Complex. Today, a very special day. We're into day 2 of a 4-day holiday camp. You know, and I think it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, but it feels like summer. Yeah. At least it does for me. I'm Alex Sparra. Beside me, the one and only Miss Norma Morales. Norma, it was great speaking to Laura. Yes. Laura Gomez, who's not only a great journalist, but also an advocate of women's sports. That's one of the things we're doing out here. And thanks to all of you friends that are joining us. Norma, are you enjoying the day, other than maybe the heat?
Other than the heat, I was hoping it'd be a little bit cooler today, but other than that, it's still a great day.
It's still a great day. Yep. And it's gotten even better, friends. Why? Because beside us, we have the one and only, I should say, Cameron Alonso. First of all, Cam, if I may call you Cam.
Yeah, go for it.
How are you?